Hello and welcome to Talking Snacks. My name is Elisa Trifanowski, founder of Just Jerky, big time snack enthusiast and all-round food nerd, and I'm here to talk to you about snacks. This is the first ever episode. I'm a little bit nervous about all of this going on. I've got my little snack station set up behind me. I'm filming on my phone and talking into a microphone, which has never been a comfortable spot for me, but here I am, and it's all to bring you the latest and most innovative snack food product reviews, chats with snack food producers, and insights into the industry that I think after a few years in the snack food industry, in the snack food category, I hopefully have some value to share about it. So I want to go jump right in and give you some context around why I decided to start a snack food podcast and film series. And the reason why I wanted to is because, yes, I'm a bit of a snack nerd, so I love walking through the aisle of the supermarket, grocery store, online snack food, grocery stores, and finding out what's going on, who's got some really amazing innovative new packaging, whose product design is super beautiful, which products are stacking up, who's creating new products or different products. So I thought, I love experiencing this. I do this anyway. I'm constantly buying new products, looking at the packaging, opening them up, smelling the product, tasting the texture of the product. So I thought, why not do this live, and if somebody's interested in watching, then so be it. It's what I do anyway, so let's dive right in. I wanted to start today off, as you can see I've got a little selection of products behind me, but I wanted to start today off with something I don't actually eat very often, and I must admit I think this product was the first time I had bought this style of product and actually enjoyed it, whether or not it was because my taste preferences had changed, or whether it was that this product was just better than everything else that was on the market. But I'm going to start with these guys, Smooshed whole food balls by Tasti. Now these are actually a New Zealand brand, but for the sake of Australian New Zealand, we're going to call it all Australian New Zealand. I think it's fair to say that these have probably been the biggest snack food explosion to the snacking category, over the past maybe 5 years. I guess the idea of a protein ball that was kind of edging on the side of decadent, delicious treat, but also good for you, was always going to be I guess it was always going to be a hit amongst snackers. I never fell in love with these because I do tend towards savoury snack foods. I prefer savoury tasting snack foods. I find too many sweet snack foods just don't enjoy them as much as others do. So I never really used to snack on chocolate bars or anything like that. So, but these on the other hand, these kind of got me a little bit excited. If I were to look at the packaging, I think if anybody's familiar with these, I just picked these up from Woolworths in that health food section of the aisle, and they come in a whole range of different packaging. I think there's pouches with about 5 or 6 balls in them. I kind of really like this idea of the plastic tub. However, I would like to think that these would be reused, because it does seem a bit of a waste to have such a beautiful, I guess, durable packaging or pack or tub that was going to waste or being thrown out every week. It seems to me like a good reusable yogurt tub for breakfast if you're transporting yogurt. But anyhow, let's get in. I'm going to try and open this. I've never opened this packet before. I've always bought the pouches, so I'm going to dive straight into this and try and open it. You know, these are sometimes difficult to open. Don't cut my finger. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. This is the very first episode and I'm super nervous. So nervous that I'm going to eat something on film. which is a crazy thing in itself. So the one that I'm opening is the roasted peanut and cacao. From memory, I don't think that was my favourite. I think the peanut butter and caramel was my favourite. Maybe not, I don't really know. I'm going to open both of them just so I can be sure. I also like the fact that these are actually, this is going to be a bit harder to open. What are the chances of me actually getting it open? Oh, it was that easy. These are actually really well formed. I know that sometimes you can get the single packaged balls, not particularly these ones, and they can be actually all smooshed up and quite gross, not look like a ball at all. This, my friend, this definitely looks like a ball, definitely looks the part, looks desirable to eat. I think food display, or the way a product looks when you open a packet, is super important. It's something that I've always been really mindful of with our product, with beef jerky, but I mean, protein balls are always going to look pretty, I guess, like a little pocket, little bundle of goodness. And these definitely do look the part. So this one is the peanut butter and caramel, slightly more yellow, and this one's the cacao. I'm not going to dive in yet. I'm just going to go through the ingredient list. So roasted peanut and cacao. They've got 10 grams of protein per serve, 15 balls in here. So that's like, they're saying that there's 3 servings per package, with 15 balls in there. But I mean, I reckon that can definitely last you more than 3 serves. I couldn't imagine eating, I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of balls per serve, 5 balls per serve. To eat. That's, yeah, I think that's a few too many, to be honest. But that's just my taste. Let me dig in. I'm probably going to end up with chocolate all through my teeth. I love that these are quite dry. They still have really good texture. The nuts pieces inside are still crunchy as well, which is really cool. Definitely not too sweet. And let me go for the ingredients. In this one, which is the roasted peanut and cacao, we've got dates, roasted peanuts, 29%. Soy protein. I'm not a fan of soy protein, but obviously for a protein ball, the protein has to come from somewhere. It's obviously going to come from a plant-based source. 5% cacao, coconut, and sea salt. So I can definitely taste, I'm just going to read the sugars per 100 grams is at 40.2%. So it's almost 50% sugar, which is quite a lot. It doesn't taste that sweet though. I think that's key to making a successful protein ball, is that inevitably they're going to be sweet because they're going to contain a lot of dried fruit, whether that comes from dates or some other source. But I think it's super important to make them taste sweet and a little bit salty. Obviously these have sea salt in them, so that it doesn't taste like you're eating a lolly. Because I think if you want to eat a lolly, eat a lolly. Slightly less ingredients in the peanut butter and caramel version. So in this one we've got dates, peanuts at 43%, coconut, and sea salt. So, so these ones are definitely not called protein balls. It's only the smooshed protein balls with roasted peanut and cacao that actually contain the protein. These have no protein in them at all. I'm curious when I taste it to see how much sweeter it is. Sugars are actually coming in at less than 40%. So these are at about 40 grams per 100, and this is coming in at 36 grams per 100. Not as firm. That's likely to do with the protein powder or lack of protein powder. Protein powder tends to help bind and help, I guess, dry out the dried fruit. Still definitely like this one better. It's a little bit nuttier. You can taste the peanuts more because they're not disguised with the cacao. Overall though, I was just really impressed to be impressed by a protein ball. They're really not my thing, but I gotta give it to them. They've done a really fantastic job at presenting these and at making them taste really good. Packaging is resealable. I could imagine that sitting on somebody's desk at work. Am I a consumer for these? I'm not, but that's purely because I don't love them, but there's definitely lots of people out there who do. I really can't fault the product or the brand. I think they've done a fantastic job. I hope you've enjoyed this very first episode of my Talking snack food review. If at all you feel the need to share this, please feel free to. I'd love you to share it around with those who might be interested in watching. Thank you so much for joining me for the very first episode of Talking Snacks. I hope you've enjoyed watching me review these guys, Smooshed whole food protein balls and Smooshed whole food balls. Love the product. I think I rated about a 7.5 out of 10. I think only losing a couple of points just because my taste preferences are slightly different. As I said, I prefer savoury things, but absolutely love the product. Great to see innovation in presenting a product like this in the tub. Would love to see how anything, I guess, new packaging innovation could come to the front in this protein ball space. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.